Hi, so today I made my anime figure out of paper. This is what happens when you're poor, guys. Here's the plan, gang. Today we're doing Ocean Miku from Miku. I did not make all of this, by the way. I yanked a template from this guy called ZUOZUO. I'll leave a link to where I found it in the description, so you can totally follow along or something if you want. Now, normally I'd be all like, let's start, but where do I start? This wouldn't be a problem if I had instructions, but I've confirmed from 2 comments under the Reddit post that there are none. But that's okay. Even though it's my first paper figure ever, I'm sure it'll go great. Even if I have no idea what half the papers are for. Like, okay, it's pretty obvious that this is for the skin, right? But then you have stuff like this, and that just makes me think, what the hell, man? I'm just gonna start with what I do know though, and that's the face. I don't know why there's 3 of them. They're not even different faces, man. Like, they're the exact same. They're probably just spares, but like, almost nothing else is a spare, so I don't know why it's only the face. Are you more likely to screw up on the face? I thought that the face was pretty obvious though. You just glue the sides of the face together, then this thing is probably for the neck, and these parts are probably the back of the head. I don't really know what these triangles are for though. Like, do I need to keep them or cut them out, question mark? I think I'm just gonna keep them, because I can probably just cut it out later if I need to. My first impressions of figure making is that I hate my life. Dude, cutting it out takes so long. Like, I think I'm actually gonna be an old lady by the time I finish this. What the hell? Like, are you seeing these little cuts, bruh? They don't look that bad, right? But it's so annoying to cut. I'm actually gonna explode. You know what though? Other than that, it's actually kind of easy. Like, at least right now. I still don't really know what all the other sheets are for, but you know, I can worry about that later. I'm actually pretty much finished with the head now, to be honest, but I'm not gonna stick the back on yet. I need to add ears, and I currently cannot be bothered. Next up is what I think are the bangs. It's got these things, so it's probably just the whole top of the hair. Only thing is, where do I even start with this, bro? Like, how am I supposed to know what connects to what? Luckily, I'm super smart and amazing and super cool, so that's not a problem for me. I started with these because if you look at the teeth, it's pretty obvious that they connect together. I don't know about everything else though. I do know that these probably connect together to make hair strands, but then I don't really know what else to do with them. It also looks like we'll never find out because my camera work is just absolutely amazing. It is really hard to record, guys. I'll try to explain what I think happened, but I low-key forgot, man, I can't lie. Did I mention the figure took me 6 months? Most of the 6 months was just me procrastinating though, so I don't really know if that counts. But yeah, I forgot everything. Anyway, basically I stuck these together because this looks like the top of the hair. Then I stuck some of these pieces together and I stuck them in between the top of the hair and the bangs because there's gaps in the teeth here. I kind of just guessed where each individual strands go though, according to this picture. Honestly, I'm pretty sure I got some parts wrong because I thought I was done a couple of times, but then I'd find a random strand I hadn't added, so then it was just kind of like random BS go, wherever it fits. Anyway, welcome to another day of Nian's wonderful camera work. Hashtag cool. I promise it gets better later, guys. Next we're gonna do whatever these things are. I was really confused with them at first because I thought it'd go in the end, but that didn't really make sense, and then I realized that I could cheat by looking at the pattern. The pattern connects if you do it like this, so that is what I did. These things go on top of each other, then I think this goes underneath. It's very thin, so I don't know how it's gonna hold, but I don't see anything else it's gonna do. Miku's things are folded, by the way, so I kind of just guessed and folded along the textures. Cutting these out made me so mad, I don't even want to talk about it, man. Then it's just like happy putting everything together time. It was not happy. Gluing these make me so mad! There's just glue everywhere on my fingers now. Like, what the hell, man? But yeah, do you remember the triangle from before? I just took everything to the triangle and it turned out beautifully. Now you'd think that I finally put the head together after this, but for some reason I just left it to the side. That was not a good idea. You'll see why later. I may or may not have lost it. Anyways, yippee! We're starting the body now! I already hate my life. How am I supposed to figure this out? What the hell? It's literally just like... Okay, I do know that these are the shoulders though, because this looks like it connects, and then this is Miku's 01 tattoo. Hell yeah! You might not be able to tell right now, but my camera work is in fact getting better, guys. Please believe me. But yeah, I didn't really know what to do, so I think I just started cutting everything out. I also glued stuff together where it was obvious, like this here. Like, come on, man. There's no way that doesn't connect. I have absolutely no idea what it is though. Like, it looks so goofy, bro. These balls definitely connect like this, so I started doing them too. Wait a minute. Are these her boobs? At least they don't have details on them, if you know what I mean. When I was done with that, I started doing the rest of the neck and the back. These probably go together, right? But for some reason, my paper just didn't like that. I'll deal with that later. Next, let's start doing her pants. Or, I guess underwear if you're American. These are definitely her pants, which make things easy. Thank God they bothered to put pants on her. You guys are lucky that I have to behave myself on YouTube because I have so many bad jokes I want to make right now. Hey look though, Miku has hips now. I'll put those together later. Hey look though, Miku's feet. Sorry guys, the freak escaped for a bit. I did a lot of things off camera and somehow I ended up with this. What the hell guys, I think we might have skipped a few chapters. Why don't you just tell us what happened then? I forgot. Most of it connects in a loop, so I basically just cut everything out, put it together, and guessed based on the little teeth things and size of the piece. That sounds really simple, but it's really not. Like, it's so horrible, man. I really wanted to give up, but I've already made it so far. Hey, look though, the hips are actually coming together. This is really a really big problem though, because basically I've used over half my sheet, but I still have no idea how to do the torso or the arms. I also don't know where the neck is, because no matter how hard I try, right, the pieces I have clearly do not fit the neck. Like, I think I've been working on only the body for at least a couple of months now. I even tried looking through all my other sheets in an act of desperation, but I basically only found these hands, which is really confusing. Like, I guess I'll start them, question mark. It's really frustrating, like I seriously feel like I'm missing some pieces. I wonder why. Maybe it's because I'm actually missing some pieces. I was really confused and sad and annoyed and angry and also sad and confused, so I started looking at the sheets online instead, and look what I found. It's the rest of the arms I was so confused about, and the neck, question mark. Call me crazy, but I think this might be the neck. Like, it's darker than everything else, but it's also really long. I don't really see anything else that could be the neck though. Maybe it's one of those things where you slide the head onto the neck. That's really long though, I don't know if the head will fit. Anyway, I triple checked, and I definitely do not have this sheet. What the hell, man? Like, I clearly remember having it before, and I keep all my sheets in the same place, so I'm really confused. While I was checking around, I also realized that I somehow lost a face, so I had to redo it. It was so much quicker this time though, so hooray! I'm getting better at sticking paper together. What a good skill to have. Good thing the face came with spares. I had to go to my library to print these out because I ran out of school printer credit. It cost me a whole £1 to print these, man. Can we get an F in the chat, please? I could have bought like 4 threaders with that. Some of you might be like, wait, why did you print the sheet again? I lost the feet. Anyways, let's get back to doing the hands. I got bored of doing the arms, so I procrastinated by doing something harder. Yay! The hands made me so mad! Listen, man, do you know how small the fingers are? Do you know how much of a pain in the ass it is to fold these and stick them together? And there's 2 for each finger! For perspective, right, 1 square in that grid is 1 cm. These are less than half a centimeter each. Oh my gosh! Genuinely, this started making me think, a life-size figure would be easier. If next time the paper figure happens to be life-sized, you know why. See, you know, I had to like seriously lock in though because I did half of it off camera. I tried my best to get it in frame, but it's really hard to fold stuff like that. After I did all the fingers, I stuck them to the palm with a lot of glue because I think I'll cry if it comes apart or something. Hey, look though, it's done now. I forgot how long it took, but probably like an hour or 2. The entire hand is as big as my finger, bro! I'm gonna kill someone! Genuinely, I think you have to be a bit crazy to have this as a hobby. I put it not very safely to the side and started doing the whole thing all over again for the second hand. Hashtag live my life. It actually wasn't as bad as the other hand though. The other hand was Miku's right hand, which has a slight bend to it and it makes the folds really horrible. It's really fiddly to try and hold it in place while you glue it. This one is basically straight though, so woohoo! It was still horrible. I wanted to die. Hey look though, both the hands are done now. I sure hope they don't break. I actually have all the pieces I need to finish Miku's body now though, so hooray! I started gluing stuff together, but then the sun came out and started doing this weird stuff which makes my lighting look cooked. Maybe the sun is a true op, guys. I put the hand onto the op so carefully, guys, you have no idea. Hey look-y though, after all my experience doing the legs and the hand though, I felt unstoppable. Like the arms actually felt kind of easy. What the hell? Also, even though it's just paper, for some reason it feels like really durable. Like, I don't think it's that easy to break. I've definitely dropped this a few times and it's still mostly okay, so yippee! Anyway, I finished the feet too, so now Miku's bottom half is actually done. As for the torso, after pondering about it for a month or 2, I figured out how to do the boobs through pure skill and amazingness, but the fold still feels so illegal. I hate it. Oh my gosh. Just watch and see, man. Like, I also somehow got the back to fold when I couldn't earlier. It's truly, I just got good. But seriously though, I feel like paper should not work like this, but it does, and I hate it! It feels so wrong. Honestly though, I gotta credit a lot of this working to my new glue that I stole from my mom. It's B7000 glue. I don't know where my mom got it from, but I found a small bag of them in my craft drawer, so I guess they're mine now. This is way better than using a glue stick. My glue stick is very dry for some reason, and I don't really know how I've survived till now. Do you guys know hot glue gun hot glue? It's like hot glue but cold, so it's like cold glue. I'm sorry if that's a bad description. I'm I'm not a glue enthusiast right now, but I think I might be soon. I love glue. Anyway, this is amazing because I was on the verge of going insane. I was originally gonna use super glue since I have loads for some reason, but I always get glue all over my fingers, so it pulls off my skin. Not very good. 0 out of 10, I say. This B7000 glue though doesn't pull off my skin, which is great. I just have permanently very sticky fingers now. But I also have a very cool half-naked Miku figure, so is it a worthy sacrifice? Obviously! I can't wait to put her head together. Wait a second, it's all off camera! Basically, I added the ears and glued everything together. What's nice is that the head actually slides right on the neck. You can probably make a lot of different faces this way with different expressions and stuff, but redoing the hair would be a pain in the ass. At some point while doing this, the arm fell off, which is very upsetting, but luckily I can just glue that back on. I'm actually just gonna keep the head off now, to be honest. It might get in the way when I'm doing like the clothes or something. Anyways, I'm gonna finish off this sheet now. So these are the shoes and these are for the shirt and sleeves. Okay, fun fact everyone, do you remember the sheet that I lost before and had to reprint? I actually found it again. It just like magically appeared after I finished the body. I knew this would happen! Things always show up when I don't need it anymore, man. First I did the shirt, which wasn't that bad because it's basically just following the shape of the body. I think I might have done something wrong with the body though because the shirt wouldn't connect properly. I kind of just cheated by gluing it directly to the body, so yeah, oops I guess. But then the sleeves. Have you seen these folds? I genuinely think I was going insane because not only did I have to fold them 10 billion times, I also had to play connect the folds again. Okay, so there are 4 ruffles each made out of 2 or 3 pieces. Can you match them up? I had to guess based on the textures again. I don't know how I did it. Size. At least it looks pretty. So much folding. Big balls. Oh, also, at some point her leg fell off. I think it's because I glued that one on with a glue stick. I was really annoyed at first because all of Miku's limbs keep falling off, but to be honest, they're kind of in the way, so I'm glad. I wanted to rip off Miku's arms so much, you have no idea, bro. I had to put the sleeves all the way around her arms, right, so the body got in the way, and it was so annoying! Oh, actually though, her fingers kept falling off as well. Like, I think I almost lost one. Next are the shoes. They were kinda easy, I can't lie, bro. I could look at Miku's dogs on the ref, so it was easy to tell where everything was. There were a lot of teeth though, so it was kind of just really annoying to cut out like everything else. Also, when I tried to put it on, the arm got in the way again and somehow her whole foot fell off. Like, I hate this, man. I rage quitted and did it off camera instead because it wasn't very interesting, so you're welcome. By the way, the foot and the leg were different colors because one of them's from my school printer and one of them's from my library printer. I guess they're different for some reason. Anyway, next is gonna be the skirt, obviously, right? But I must admit I'm greatly confused. Because if I fold around like this, right, won't the bottom side just be white? Unless it's supposed to be double-sided. Oh. Who would have known that 4 back was actually the back of 4? I printed them all out separately by accident, so I ended up just sticking all the sheets together. I'm actually quite glad because I was kind of worried about these. I was like, where are the fold lines, man? But it all makes sense now. It's too bad I forgot to do it for Miku's hair though. Like, I don't know if you can see that, but it is very much white on the underside. Whatever, man, let's just carry on with the skirt. Actually, first of all, let me just finish the sleeves. There are ribbons here, so I'll do those real quick. Just kidding, it was really slow. I hate cutting things out. Here, I actually changed a bit from the OG figure. The OG figure doesn't have the string going the whole way around, but I cut out some extra paper and added it because it makes more sense than the string just floating. I realized later that I could have just been sewn on, but whatever, man. Now for the skirt. Upon closer inspection, the skirt actually has 3 layers to it. There's the top part, which I'm folding right now, then there's this part and this part. The top part is only one piece, which makes things really easy. Or is it? I stuck it on just like this, but then I realized that it was totally supposed to be connected to this and this. I ripped off the skirt and tried it off camera actually, but the shirt gets in the way because I think we were supposed to do all the skirt layers before we did the shirt. I glued the shirt down to the body earlier, so I don't really feel like ripping it off. Well, it looks fine like this, so I'm just gonna ignore this one. Maybe I can fit this one on. The other skirt was made out of like 6 different pieces, and I had to spend ages folding again. The folding, it never ends. Putting the skirt on the body sucked as well. Like, I wish I could cut Miku's top half off and make it easier. Also, at some point during this, I figured out that the green cutting mat made my recording look trash, so woohoo, it's gone now. I'm basically just finishing the rest of the accessories now. Miku's leg choker thing had so many folds, I look-y think I'm immune to them now. I've done so many folds, it doesn't even matter anymore. No, but seriously, it took so long to cut and fold everything because it's just so small. The actual choker sucked balls too. You know what though, all the extra accessories were totally worth it because look how nice it looks. Was it worth 3 months? Moving on, now we have what I think has got to be the hardest part of the figure. It's whatever the hell this is. Do you remember how I struggled greatly on Miku's body? Well, Miku's body was basically 1 sheet, and this thing is 2 sheets. I was gonna do the other skirt first actually, but for some reason this thing comes before it in sheet order. So this is sheet 5 and 6, and that's sheet 7. I think I was so tired of the figure at this point that I kind of just accepted my fate and got on with it. It's truly over, guys. Just kidding. There's no flipping way I'm figuring that out with only this to go off. A few days before I started folding whatever the hell this is, I actually found some photos of the finished Miku. It's gone now for some reason though. I can't find it anymore, so I'll demonstrate what it looked like with my real Miku figure instead. There were 4 photos of all the different sides, but they were looking really bad. I couldn't see a lot. That gave me all the motivation I needed though to finish my Miku figure. I could see what the back looked like and that was good enough for me. There's actually what I think is a 3D model of the figure included. In the Google Drive, I found a PDO file which is apparently for a program called Pepakura. Sadly, it's Windows only though, so I can't download it on my MacBook. Sad times. My computer is in the other room, which has really terrible lighting, so I'm just gonna go off this photo this person uploaded. Low-key though, I'm like reviewing over the footage and I'm in awe myself. Like, how the hell did I figure this out? All of these are basically ruffles that go along the edge of the Miku figure, so it was really hard to figure out what connects to what. When I think about how long it took though, it all makes sense. Like, the way my footage is, it makes it look really quick and easy, but it really wasn't, man. I ended up sticking almost everything together with just pure dedication and hard work and amazingness, but I still ended up with this thing left over. Where the hell does this go, bro? Does it go here? Yeah, I tried to put these together, but it made me crash out. I can't lie, bro. I think I need to wait to finish everything else first, or it just won't hold up. I did this off camera since it's literally just 2 pieces stuck together and folded a bit. Then I took a big fat break because this was making me go crazy, man. Seriously, I feel like I'm losing a brain cell every second I do this, man. That's my lovely illustration of time passing. Let's do a quick recap of where we are. I've currently done 6.5 sheets out of 19. That sounds like I've done nothing and that's really scary, but actually let's look a bit closer. We've done Miku's body, Miku's face and hair, Miku's clothes, though I still need to put it together, Miku's shoes, and basically all of her accessories. That means that all that's left is the base and the twin tails. Yippee! They just take up loads of the sheets because they're huge. I'd rather something huge than something small, you know what I mean? But then you look closer at the base and you see whatever the hell these are, man. Like, I'm cooked. They remind me of the hands, man. I'm getting flashbacks. Okay, let's just start though. I'm gonna do the base first because order. Fun fact, this is actually the last of my glue basically. I think I used like 10 tubs, bro. I don't know what I'm gonna do now though. Maybe I'll try hot glue, question mark. I really don't want to use my glue stick again. Rest in peace B7000 glue, you were great. Anyway, notice how I'm not crashing out about the base despite all the sheets looking like this. The base also spans over like 5 sheets by the way. But look at me go, I'm not even cutting everything out first. Have I unlocked magical powers, guys? Have I figured out where everything goes already, question mark? It's almost like I have instructions! Sorry guys, I need to crash out about something else instead. Do you remember the PDO file that was included? And how it's just a 3D model, right? Well, I was really sad at first because I realized that the Miku photos that I was referencing disappeared when I came back from my big fat break. It didn't show the base very well, but I still kind of wanted a reference for the hair, so I decided to check out the model instead on my computer. Since my computer is in the other room, I could probably just take some screenshots and send it to myself so I can use it. So anyway, I downloaded Pepakura and opened the file. When you open the file, you're greeted with this nice message by ZUOZUO basically saying that some small parts don't have teeth, so you gotta do them yourself. What a nice message. Hey look though, it's a figure. I don't really know why it's in these weird colors, but I can move the figure around, which is good enough. You might be wondering about the sheets on the side. Basically, Pepakura is a program where I think you can 3D model in it, and then it'll turn your model into paper sheets you can fold. Sadly though, it costs like $70 or something to 3D model. At least you can view models for free. In a few months or something, I'm planning to make my own paper figures, so I'll probably buy Pepakura for that. Anyway, time to actually crash out. When you press on a piece on the model, it actually highlights it in the sheet. This is already really useful, and it made me both happy and sad at the same time. Happy because this is gonna make the hair and base really easy, but sad because I totally could have used that for the skin and saved myself a month. It's still kind of hard to see where everything is though. Luckily that problem is solved because the flipping program tells you where everything connects. What was all of this for? Why did I spend 3 months figuring it out by myself? Do you guys remember how I was crashing out about the sleeve folds and the skirt folds? The flipping program tells you where to fold too! I'm so mad, you genuinely have no idea, guys. You're telling me I could have had instructions the whole time? What do you mean there's no instructions? There's only PDO file. The PDO file is the instructions! Okay, that aside, you know what though, I'm kind of proud of myself. Look at the skin folds, bruh. Some of them go from like one side of the sheet to the other, so it's pretty crazy how I figured that out. For the clothes too, the connections are pretty crazy. I'm going crazy. You know how it took multiple days over multiple months to figure out Miku's body and clothes? Well, I moved my computer to my sunroom to use as a reference, and then I did the whole base in 3 hours. I did it all in one sitting! What the hell, man? Sigh. You know what though, I'm pretty glad that the instructions don't solve all my problems. It's still a bit confusing to see what goes where when you have a lot of different sheets stuck together, so I still screwed up on one part and had to rip it off and stick it again. Here's the base done though. Miku's shoes will go here, which is how she'll be held up. And also, you might notice that the texture is a bit weird here. Basically, you know how I had to stick the sheets together earlier? I stuck them back to back exactly, but for some reason the printing is off by a few centimeters. I noticed it and fixed it in the last few sheets, but sadly these are already glued together. Now we just need to do all the base accessories, aka all the coral. I wish I could say that having instructions made it easy, but it really didn't. This one coral took me an hour, bro. It really did give me flashbacks to the hand, except it was worse because sometimes you're attaching 2 pieces to 1 piece and it's really awkward. Like, just die, please. On the bright side though, the coral is thicker than her fingers, so that balances it out. There's actually 5 pieces of coral here, but I only recorded this first one I did because it's literally just the same thing 5 times. Except for this one. This one's different. That one is more boxy and kind of just like a rectangle with extra steps, so it was really easy. Hey, at least my coral looks pretty good though. Since I use hot glue as well, it's pretty strong. Let me just show you all the different coral I made actually. So I have 3 of these annoying corals. They all look different, but making them was basically same since I had instructions. I'm quite happy with how these ones turned out. Then we have these boxy coral. They're actually just the exact same, bro, like one's just a bit bigger. Making these made me so happy, bro. Like finally, something normal for once. Now I just need to add the bear and clam, cut these out, and the base accessories are basically done. I'm so happy guys, we're actually almost done, question mark? We still have the huge twin tails though. I'm not looking forward to doing those. While I was making the bear, I realized that instructions are overrated. At first, I was cutting everything out only when I needed it so I could follow the instructions better, but then I somehow stuck these to the wrong side. Still managing to fumble with instructions is crazy, man. I then gave up and cut everything out at once, then realized that it was pretty obvious what everything was and I low-key did not even need to use the instructions. They were making me slower for real. Do you like my bear, guys? It's a mer bear. For some reason it has 4 balls behind it, so I gotta make those now. Okay, look at this real quick though. The cutting out made me very sad. But when am I ever truly happy, guys? The balls were very awkward to make, 0 out of 10, they're very small and annoying. And I had to make them 4 times! I also did not know where to put it on the clam exactly, so I hope I got it right. I forgot to add, but the panda also has a bow on its back. The bow is actually from sheet 4, and I was really confused about it earlier because I thought it was supposed to be for Miku, but I didn't know where. It's a very cutesy bow, I hope you can see that. Anyway, I'm glad that's all done now. I'm actually gonna wait till I finish Miku's pigtails before I put them together though. It'll be more satisfying at the end, trust. Guys, just looking at the pigtails earlier, I thought I was totally cooked. But this is actually kind of easy, question mark? The instructions make everything so easy, what the hell? Like I can actually just do things in order instead of cutting everything out and hoping for the best. Honestly, thank god there were instructions because you know how the hair takes up like half the sheets? I was like jumping in between them all constantly and it all looks the same, bro. Like there weren't any really obvious connections. Thank you, Pepperkura, we chant in unison. Since I had the 3D model too, I could look at Miku's hair in all the angles I could ever wish for, which was useful. What's really interesting is that Miku's hair is not actually a full box shape like I thought it'd be. As in like down here you can see the full underside of Miku's hair, but it still looks really good. I gotta keep notes of these tricks for when I make an anime figure, you all. Maybe I should make another Miku figure to practice. I really like these actually. They're not that bad. Anyway, do you want to guess how long this took? I did it all in one sitting again, so probably only 2 or 3 hours. I had to go to the library in between though because I thought I lost the sheet. If I didn't have Pepperkura, then I probably wouldn't have realized and I would have totally crashed out, man. The library has way better printers than my school though, cause tell me why it's all vibrant and stuff, what the hell? I was kind of panicking because of the color mismatch, but as soon as I got home, my sister informed me that the sheet I was looking for was in the other room, so I just used that instead. What's with everything showing up when I don't need it anymore? Anyway, even though I had instructions, these strands were giving me big trouble. I didn't know which way to fold them and stuff, and I ended up redoing them a few times. It ended up ripping my paper and I tried to fix it with marker, so it looks kind of ugly now. I am not paying £1 to redo it though, so I guess we'll just have to deal with it. This thing is pretty majestic though, like I'm so excited to put it together. I never thought I'd say this, but making the hair was actually kind of relaxing, bruh. I kind of just switched off my brain and followed the instructions, what can I say? The first pigtail I did was kind of confusing since it was my first time, but the second one went much quicker. Something I will say though is that my paper keeps getting tangled up. I never thought I'd say that either, but you know, it's really cool how you can bend paper like this though. That is #cool. I can't wait to make my own paper figure. I've kind of run out of things to say now. It was chill, that's all. I don't have anything to talk about when I'm not crashing out. Hey, look at this really cool paper bending. Okay, I'm done now. Some of the folds wouldn't stay in place though, so I cheated and used extra glue in some places. I don't think anyone cares though. Let's put everything together, woohoo! I'm low-key so done with life, but I'm also kind of excited now. Okay, so first let's fix her leg. You guys are lucky I didn't record this, man. Like, this seriously made me crash out. I think you can tell how much I was struggling by the amount of glue there. Anyway, let's stick her onto the base. Her foot is gonna go here. Kind of like this. I kind of have to lay her down though because I'm pretty sure that her ankle is gonna snap off. Do you remember the boxy coral from before? One of it is gonna hold up the skirt and the other one is going to hold up the hair. Maybe it'll be easier if you see. I stuck these together like this, so hopefully that works now. Very nice. It actually stands up by itself now, but it's still really wonky. Hopefully the hair will fix it. Pray that the hair works out well for me, guys. Guys, one more left to go. I would be happy, but this took me an hour to put together. She kept on leaning over and it was so annoying to fix. Thank God that the coral holds up some of her hair too. I think I'd be done otherwise. I bet this is gonna randomly fall over and break in a few months. I'm so joyous, guys, it looks so good! Look at the back, oh my gosh. The hair looks so good. Okay, let me just finish off the base now. So I added the panda and also the coral. We have one here where you can see it, very nice. Then we also have one at the back where it's covered by everything, very nice. And we also have another one at the back where you literally cannot see it. 10 out of 10. Now we just need to add these little sprinkles and we're basically done. Anyway, grand reveal. Oh my gosh, we're done! I'm trying my best here, but I feel like the lighting is not really doing her justice. Let me do a 360 anyway. Whew. Do you think it would be better if I did it outside? If Miku breaks, I think I'm gonna break too. I don't really appreciate how the wind is blowing Miku, guys. I'm gonna go back inside. This is the best lighting I can do, sorry guys. Let me show you all around because I'm actually really pleased with how this turned out. I really don't know how she's standing up, probably because I cheated and I actually used glue in places where I wasn't supposed to. Like down here, I actually glued the hair to the dress thing. I still don't know whatever the hell this is meant to be, man. And whatever the hell it is, it gave me such a hard time putting it together. Like, I actually needed my sister to come help me. I really like how the outfit turned out. It's really detailed. And her hand here, I don't know if you can see it, but I really like how it turned out. This hand though, I don't know if I can say the same about that. I had to glue it to the dress thing, but the finger fell off and I did not appreciate that. I also had to re-glue her ankle because at some point, like, she completely fell off. I should have recorded it, but I was too distraught. I really hope that she stays this pretty forever, but I'm very worried about her knee. It's very hard to see that, but it's actually like bending inwards a bit too much. What if she falls over and dies? Hey look guys, Mr. Beast £20 figure versus £2 figure. Just kidding, I probably used about £10 in glue. If I didn't steal my school printer as well, it probably would have been £20 in printing. Honestly, despite all my complaints, I kind of feel like everything was worth it now. Like, just look at how cool the hair is, man. Like, damn. It's kind of like really fat and big though, so I have nowhere to put it. Maybe I can just leave it here for a bit, guys. Hopefully I don't lose it. It actually looks really good from far away too. I'm so happy, guys. One more turnaround even though I've already showed you 100 times. Okay, I think that'll be it for today now. Yippee, I'm so happy. Goodbye. Hi guys, smiles deviously. Now I would like to inform you that I'm unfortunately an artist, which means that I sell an assortment of prints, keychains, and even acrylic stands on my website. It's nyansbasement.myshopify.com. Please don't question the name, you don't need to. I don't have any Miku stuff right now, but I totally will in the future, trust. Here are a couple of my favorite prints of my OC Kiyomi. The prints are super soft and super nice and super cool and super thick, so they won't break easily, so you should totally buy them. Please guys, I need money to buy Pepperkura to make PSD figures for everyone. But yeah, I would greatly appreciate it if you bought some prints to support me. That would be great, 10 out of 10. Sorry guys, I just noticed that I have eye bags. If you're broke as hell or your parents will let you buy from my basement, then you should totally leave a comment to boost my video. Let YouTube do its magic, guys. If you're unsure what to say today, I would like you to comment, Hatsune Miku, is that you? Exclamation mark, question mark, 1, exclamation mark, question mark, 1. Wow guys, my eye bags are really distracting me. Thank you very much for your help and goodbye.